to the Middle East, where fighting has broken out between Israeli troops and Palestinian militants in Rafah. It has prompted more than 100,000 people to flee. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the U.S.'s threat to withhold weapons will not stop Israel from expanding its offensive into that southern Gazan city where so many civilians have gone in recent months. Scripps News international correspondent Jason Bellini now is live from Washington with more on these new developments. Jason, where do things stand in Rafah as we speak?
Hi, Chris. Well, as we speak, it appears that the Israelis are escalating their bombardment of that area. Now, we're also hearing from the United Nations today that there are around 30,000 people who've been leaving per day the Rafah area, people who are fleeing, one, because the Israelis told them that they needed to, and two, because they're seeing it themselves, that the situation is becoming more and more dangerous. We've got these new satellite images. You can see there that camps are being pulled away. People are leaving, but where are they going? Well, they're heading to near the coastline, and the UN is warning, specifically the UN World Food Program is warning that they don't have the resources there to take care of these people. We're talking hundreds of thousands of people, and food is a big issue, but they don't even have tents, they don't have blankets, they don't have just the basic necessities that they would provide to people who are setting up camp in a new location. And that's because the Rafah border crossing, which is where much of this aid would be coming from, it's just not getting in. So they just don't have what they need at the moment. Now, this is such a crucial hub for food as well, and that's why they're warning that food is going to be running out in the next few days. Also, supplies that they need for hospitals, that's running out. They say within 3 days that hospitals may need to close because they don't have the most necessary thing, which is fuel for those hospitals to operate. Now, the Secretary General of the United Nations today, he put out a warning for what this may mean if Israel goes forward with a full-scale ground incursion.
A massive ground attack in Rafah would lead to an epic humanitarian disaster and pull the plug on our efforts to support people as famine looms.
The Israeli perspective on this and the leadership of Israel, they're pretty much in consensus on this. That is, they've got to attack Hamas still, that there's still many militants who are attacking Israelis, who are attacking Israeli soldiers, and that the place to go for them, that's near Rafah. That's where they're hiding. And right now, the Israelis, they're going into tunnels and hunting these people down. They say that they've got to do this. This is where Hamas is, and that's why they're there. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu has said that Rafah, he says it's the last stronghold of Hamas. I want to turn the attention, though, Jason, to northern Gaza. That situation continues to be at a critical level. What are we seeing there?
Well, we're seeing more fighting there because it appears that, this is according to the Israelis, that Hamas has regrouped in that area. And remember, we're going back months now, this was where the most intense fighting was, where Israel was trying to root out Hamas, was in northern Gaza. Most of the civilians have left, but there's still 300,000 people there. And according to the UN, those people are no longer on the brink of famine. They're experiencing famine. That's why the United States is going to send aid when they can through this seaport that they're building, this floating seaport that is going to allow aid to flow to the north to those 300,000 people. But we don't know. I was just at the Pentagon yesterday, and they said that the weather's a factor here in terms of putting in this new pier that would allow aid to come in. So when there'll be actually aid on the ground coming through there, we just don't know, Chris.
All right, Jason Bellini for us live from Washington following this. Jason, thank you.